gorgeous. Welcome to the Ariel Show. How was your week? I hope it was so good. I just love getting to connect with you guys in this way every single week. Last week I taught you all about how to thrift shop like a boss. I hope you enjoyed that. And this week I took a bunch of your questions that I'm going to be answering. I asked you guys on social media last night just for some questions, and I got like 500 in 2 hours, so I've been frantically sorting through those, trying to narrow it down, and I definitely saw some common themes, so I tried to pick some questions that a lot of you were asking. That way as many of you as possible can be addressed here. So let's just jump right in. Blanca Perez wants to know, how do you get past any self-doubt when writing songs? Great question. The answer is I don't. I have probably just as much self-doubt as any of you out there that are songwriting. And the way that this has been made easier for me is I've learned to break down creativity into two parts. The first one is you create. Part two is this sucks. Part two is the voice in your head that comes at you and says, this is the dumbest thing ever. No one's gonna like this. Everyone's gonna make fun of you. Everyone's gonna hate you. And I have that feeling with almost everything that I create. And I've just learned to be like, okay, there you are. Like, there's the gremlin voice coming up. Okay, what can you do about it? You can grow in your confidence, but I think just kind of accepting that most artists in the world deal with this feeling of thinking that their stuff sucks at one time or another. If we can all just kind of have that healthy awareness and dialogue and all just be honest that we all have that feeling, I think that makes it a lot easier. And then I don't, get tempted to kind of get stuck and get down on myself. Riley Moyer wants to know, what is your favorite song from Icon for Hire? Well, Riley, I really like Cynics and Critics because it's heavy and it's one of actually the last songs that we wrote for the self-titled album. And I love Get Well because of the lyrical theme in that, which is like, get over your crap, don't let your childhood hold you back. So I really like that one. Kayla Auntie wants to know, what are some inspirational / creative books that you would recommend? Well, I gathered some for you, Kayla. Number one, you guys have heard me talk about this, The Desire Map. It's by Danielle LaPorte. Check out her stuff. Check out her blog online. Super inspirational. This woman just blows my mind. I like hang on to her every word, so I really like this book. Next we have Happy for No Reason. This one's a little bit more psychological. It's got a lot of really good examples. I think the author, she helped co-write like Chicken Soup for the Soul, which I was never into, but there are a lot of really inspiring stories, and basically she teaches you how to raise your happiness set point. If you don't know what that is, it's just very simply the level, the tolerance that you have for happiness in your own life, and you want to raise that to where you can accept more joy and more light into your everyday, and this book has taught me how to do that. Then lastly is Steal Like an Artist. This one is so cute. It's a bunch of like little phrases and cartoons and inspiring stuff, and it's just a really easy read. So I keep it on my coffee table and I'll just be like, waiting for something or sitting around, and I'll just browse through this, and it inspires me. I've gotten a lot of really cool ideas from this. So Steal Like an Artist, check that one out. Next we've got Cecile Midgen, who wants to know, why didn't you shoot a music video for the self-titled album? You and me both, Cecile. We would both like to know the answer to that. I sometimes stay up at night wondering, where are the music videos? The reason we were not able to make any, it was totally a financial thing, which is such a bummer, but you really have to kind of like pick your battles on where you want to spend a very small budget. A lot of times record labels just give bands a bunch of money. That's not the case with us, so we're pretty DIY, pretty independent. We don't have anyone writing us checks. We did have an opportunity at the beginning of the album to consider making a video, but the budget was so small and the pickings were so few as far as directors that could do it within that budget that it would have been kind of like a half-assed video. We really didn't want to half-ass something right at the beginning of the album like that, so we figured it would be better to see what came along, to wait a little bit. And in 2015 we have every intention of putting out music videos. We love them. We love making them. Brooke Tompkins wants to know, how were you inspired to make your own clothing style to wear when you perform, as well as sell online? You guys, my inspiration for making my own clothes is you guys, in that I want to send some love back your way and inspire you guys that you can go after your dreams. You don't have to pick one thing. You can do music and fashion design, or any number of combination of things. And I really want to be my own creative voice and not wear whatever like the mall is telling me to wear. That was really important to me, especially as a teenager. The only place to get punk clothing was Hot Topic, and I thought that was the dumbest, most limiting thing ever, that you could only like go to one store to get different kinds of clothes. And so I was like, screw that, I'm just gonna make my own. And that's how that started. And I hope that when you guys see my homemade creations on stage, that you are inspired to go home and rip through your closet and make your own stuff, make your own style up. And just kind of create that culture of freedom. And then I started selling it because I was actually scared at first. I was like, if I start making it, then what would my incentive, what would the kids' incentive, you guys' incentive be to not make your own stuff if I'm just making it? Will I just become like the Hot Topic that I never loved, you know? But I haven't really viewed it like that. I think it's a lot more like if you can have a clothing item that was made for you with love by me, if that is something that can make your day a little bit better and something that you can put on when you're having maybe a rough day or you need a confidence boost, like I'm all for that. So that's why I've got like these kind of easy, simple items like the Scooties and the wrist cuffs and the infinity scarves, because I want them to be like an accessory that you can feel my love and they can give you like some power and, you know, some energy for the day. So that's that. I think this is all the questions we have time for. I had so many more. And I actually want to start next week's episode with some more of these questions. And the one that I'm going to start with is from Lizzie, and she says, what would your advice be for people who want to try to form a band? And I got dozens and dozens of different variations of this question, and I would love to help you guys out with that and kind of share some of my advice on that. So stay tuned for next week and we'll continue this. Thank you so much for your questions. This is so fun to have this two-way dialogue. I love getting to have these open conversations with you guys. Thank you for all your great ideas and for being so interactive. And wrapping up, please subscribe. That way you're the first to watch. That way you don't get behind as I continue to release these on a pretty weekly basis. And if you would like, I have this email list that I just send you the episode to your inbox once a week with a little bit, like a little write-up, some news, and just kind of what the episode means to me, and I kind of summarize it. So if that's something you're interested in, just sign up. I'll put the link below the video. So thanks so much, you guys. I really feel your love, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week when we talk about all my best advice on starting a band. Bye.